Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Sanyu here again, bringing you today a look at the arcane mage. And this is going to be like a rough guide, not really a guide, more like a hey, this is what's going on and everything. So let's just jump straight into it. The stat priorities, we're going to be looking at intellect for all of our gear. Of course, we're clothies, so secondary stats are what we're looking for. The main one that we're going to be looking for is mastery. You want to stack as much mastery as you can. You want to go mastery, 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 mastery on pretty much all of your gear. Unfortunately, I am getting a lot of mastery, but I'm not getting a lot of any other stats. Like, they're all like, oh, 200 here, blah blah blah, there. But the second most important secondary stat is it's actually tied between multi-strike and haste. Me personally, I like having more multi-strike, because when I'm firing off during the burn phase, the multi-strike is going to help me a lot more than what the haste is, because we already have enhanced arcane blast, and I'm not going to be going over all the enhancements and all the Draenor perks when you reach level 100, because you can just read them from there, from the spell book. This is more like a, oh hey, this is what you do, blah blah blah. So now that we're done with that, and you pretty much want to look for mastery on your gear, or your other stat should be haste or multi-strike. You can have crit on there if you want. I like having a little bit of crit, just, you know, arcane, big numbers, bam bam. So let's go on to the talents. Ice Flows, it's brilliant. It's 3 charges, and it doesn't affect your global cooldowns, and you're able to cast while moving. It's great. Ice Barrier, on-demand absorption. It's great. I mean, it's pretty big. PvP talents, Ring of Frost, meh. 60. This is total preference for you. I find myself using Greater Invisibility a lot more often than what I do with Cauterize. I mean, I like to stay safe. I have Blink, so it's already great to prevent death. Like, if you ask me, Blink, best spell in game. But I roll with Greater Invisibility. It also reduces damage taken by 90% for 3 seconds, and it's on a 1.5 minute cooldown. And it throws you out of combat, so the more times you wipe in a dungeon, the less repair bills that you're going to get, which is phenomenal, if you ask me. 75. Don't pick Unstable Magic. I've done a lot of testing with all 3 of these. Don't pick Unstable Magic just because it's passive. Please don't. I roll with Supernova because I like that on-demand burst, and it's 2 charges. And you don't have to refresh it. It refreshes itself. Nether Tempest is just another button that I would have to press and micromanage. I don't like micromanaging. I'm lazy, not gonna lie. Especially with my arcane mage. I like having those big numbers. 90, it can neither be Mirror Image or Incanter's Flow. I like Incanter's Flow because it's a straight up damage increase. You can have Mirror Image for your burst phase, but me, I roll with Incanter's Flow. Having that 20% for a couple seconds, it's great, especially when you're at 4 charges. The only real one here to pick is Arcane Orb. It grants you an arcane charge, and if it damages, I don't know why, but whenever I hit a target with it, it goes through it, but it doesn't damage it. Let's see if it'll do it now. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that. It didn't damage it, even though it went straight through the target. But it pretty much damages most enemies, and it gives you arcane charges for every enemy it hit, or every time it deals damage. And it generates an arcane charge on its own. So it's great for charging up for your 4 charges and whatnot. The glyphs I'm using, I like having an extended arcane power. Bigger burn phase, I think it equals out to bigger numbers, but that's totally your opinion. And this is all really, not really mandatory. I like rolling with Glyph of Slow. It's just like when it was in Wrath. I like it. Glyph of Cone of Cold. It increases your Cone of Cold damage by 200%. It's great. I mean, that would have hit for like 20k. It's just, that's pretty much what it does. So, since we've got all that rolled out of the way, let's go with rotation. Pretty much, by the way, these add-ons are, tell me when. I see a lot of people asking, oh, what add-ons are those? What add-ons do you use? That's, tell me when. And if you guys want, I'll set up a video on how to set up tell me when. I mean, if I tell you, oh, this is that add-on, I'm probably, more than likely, I'm going to tell you like how to set it up in a later video. So, what you want to start off, you want to cast your arcane orb, give you a charge. Oh, it gives us 2. You want to watch your arcane charges, and when you hit 4, you want to stop casting arcane blast because it's going to increase the, or it's, yeah. You want to stop using arcane blast and start using any arcane missile procs that you have. And if you have 2 procs at 4, you can use your supernova, and it has a chance of generating arcane missile procs. And then once you have all of your arcane missile procs spent, then you use your arcane barrage to spend your arcane charges. Now, what you want to do during the beginning of the fight is what's called the burn phase. And what the burn phase is pretty much you're going to be spending most of your mana, and you're not going to be worrying about casting arcane barrage at all. This phase is strictly for damage. It's not consistent or conserving mana for maximum damage output. It's actually just destroying everything. So let's demonstrate the burn phase. You see, we're just spamming arcane blast up until we reach 50% mana. You can not do it till later or less than 50%, but I don't find it very useful after a certain point. Once you hit that, I go for 40% and then I just start using my arcane missiles. After that, once I reach I evocate. Once I reach 100% mana, that's when I start the regular rotation again, which is arcane blast 4 times, and then arcane missiles just suspended, arcane orb to generate my charges, and that's essentially it. And use supernova whenever it comes off cooldown, and that's pretty much it. So I hope this guide's helped you become a better arcane mage. It may not, but I hope I've taught you at least the bare basics of it, because that's what I want to do with my guides, is to help the people that are looking for it. So until next time, guys, have a good one and see ya.